Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. So, we got Dr. Rob. We got Ben going off the edge. We got Hope going MIA. We got Claire trying the dude Sierra Lamoria. We got who else they showed? Gwen. We got Chad, Abigail. Let's go ahead and get it on out the way, shall we? So, Dr. Rolf, I cannot, and you know what? At this point, I will not with you. Really? So your big plan is to clone Stefano into a little one. Then you gonna force somebody to carry that, meaning Kayla. You then paralyze her, talking about she gonna have the baby. Oh, and Krista can have a baby at her age, so can you. So I'm gonna go ahead and implant this into you, even though you don't want it in you. I'm gonna plant it in you otherwise, and you gonna have Stefano. Okay, Dr. Ross. Like I said, you're a nut and a half. I never understand your obsession with Stefano. I guess he was the father you never had, never wanted, whatever. Whatever floats your boat at this point. You is weird. Super weird. So, let's say, okay, you did the procedure. Kayla got the embryo inside of her. It still got to catch to her body. It still got to be able to be born inside her stomach. She still have options, to terminate the pregnancy. So unless you plan on holding the gun on her for 9 months, good luck with that. But yeah, I don't see and still wondering how you plan on making this plan work, because it's all, it's a whole lot of nuts for me. But okay, so you plan on forcing this woman to have Stefano, carry him around for 9 months. I'm guessing gun behind her head the whole 9 months. Because if I was her, if you would have got away with that, trust and believe, when you would have let me go at that medicine with a wall, I would have been going to your nearest abortion clinic, getting that on out of me. So I'm wondering and guessing if it would have helped, if you would have did it, if you would have succeeded. There's options, right? Plan B, all that. You ever heard of that, Dr. Rolf, Mr. Mad Scientist? So I'm wondering, was you planning on holding Kayla hostage for 9 months until she had the baby? I'm wondering what was your other silly plans for this embryo that you want to plant inside Kayla. Cause it takes time to raise a baby right, the baby to be born right. And who gonna sit there and raise baby Stefano for you and your sick knees? And who gonna sit there and actually take care of him? You? Cause yes, Kayla had him, but that don't mean she gonna, like, you was way over your league with the whole situation. I'm a loss of words when it comes to how sick you really are. Like, really? You gonna force somebody to. And again, what if you would have had the baby? What if Kayla would have had the baby? Then what, Dr. Rolf? You expect somebody to raise him into a grown? Do you know how long that's going to take? Is he going to go to school? Is he going to go to college? What's your plans? When he turn 18, all of the marriage stuff supposed to go to him? The new baby Stefano? I'm wondering what was your other sick plans besides the little embryo and cloning him? Because, whew, like, it's something wrong with you, like, for real, for real. Gwen, you done had so many lost calls. You done had so many, caught moments. You done had so many, oops, I'm almost caught, but not really moments. You thinking this plan to get back at Abigail gonna work out for you? You might get close to it, but I highly doubt you're going to get the full potential of what you're looking for. Because just because Dr. Rolf called you down there and say he'll agree to let this go, don't mean doesn't mean he ain't going to stop. So I hope you know you're going to have that on your back until your plan, till you decide to do your plan. So I'm wondering, okay, he letting you agree to do this. Basically, he said He's basically blaming Abigail for turning Chad against Stefano, even though Chad had his own feelings and he feel the way he feel about Stefano thanks to Stefano, not Abigail. But somehow you want to blame Abigail for his feelings towards his father. That's not making a whole lot of sense to me. Like, how you gonna blame Abigail? Abigail had done a whole lot of things. You know, sometimes I like her, sometimes I can't stand her, sometimes she work on my nerves or whatever. But how are you gonna blame Abigail for poisoning Chad against his father? See, that shows me right there, you don't know what the devil you talking about, and you just running your mouth at this point, trying to do your little nasty, dirty, slimy, sneaky moves when it comes to Stefano, but you really just doing a whole lot of backwashing, just talking out the side of your neck and not knowing really it's truth or facts. You just assuming. Yes, Abigail might have said some things when it came to Stefano, but let's be honest and let's be real here. Stefano started the Abigail versus Stefano feud. He started it, not her. She just happened to agree along with Chad and feel the same way. Even though her feelings might be a little bit more stronger than I hate Stefano train. They kind of did kind of what to each other, even though Stefano did the match to Abigail. So if she might have poisoned Chad, it's kind of his fault, and that's Chad the way he feel, not Abigail poisoning Chad against Stefano. So you talking out the side of your neck saying you blame Abigail for Chad not liking his father, but we know you weren't around none of these times when Chad first met Stefano, how Stefano basically treated Chad like a secondhand child, how he was disrespectful, rude, and all that under the sun to Chad. If it wasn't for Kay and her trying to make them have a relationship in the DNA test to prove that that was his son, they wouldn't have got as close as they, somewhat would have gotten if it wasn't for Kate and her nose and the DNA test proving that that was his son and all that other stuff she did. So Kate kind of brought them together right there. Second of all, Stefano made his moves. Stefano is never nice to none of his children. I mean, none of them. They all have their own little reasons why they don't like their dad. Trying to blame it all on Abigail is kind of you trying to say that it's everybody's fault that Stefano not alive today, even though Stefano then did the absolute worst to everybody in Salem. So, Dr. Roth, while you talking out the side of your neck, somebody need to fact check you for a change and tell you all this stuff you doing around here still, Stefano dead and gone, you trying to bring him back, blaming Abigail for Chad not liking Stefano and their relationship. While you run around here pointing the finger at whoever you want to feel like pointing the finger at, you might want to get your facts in order and fact check yourself, because you run around here sounding dumb and foolish and don't even much realize it. When, the matter of fact, you ain't got to do all that. Just go ask all the Stefano children that's alive now, and I'm pretty sure they can tell you stories from days, months, and years on to the near future, what Stefano done to them, and why they feel the way they do, and why they are rather be on another continent rather than be in the same state as him. So while you going around, oh, that one, oh, this one did this, oh, that one did that, Stefano did, oh, that one did that, oh, that one turned that one to get Stefano, oh, that one, oh, while you pointing fingers trying to figure out why Stefano is the most hated in Salem, you might want to think about all the evil stuff he done. And how he disrespectful and rude and everything under the sun when it comes to his own kids. So you might want to go on and fact check. Matter of fact, Tony's still alive. Why don't you go to the UK and visit him and have a one-on-one chat with him? I promise you, he will have a lot of stories for you to tell, have a lot of stories for you, and you'll say, well, maybe Stefano wasn't this great God that I thought he was. You know, he had his flaws or whatever, but no, you won't. If anybody told you in the horror story when it came to Stefano, you will sit there and defend him tooth and nail. So I'm going to leave that one alone too while I'm ahead. Gwen. Yeah, I already talked about you and your plan. It's not gonna work. Just give it up at this point. Like, this little Abigail is your stepsister or whatever. It's time to let that go. That's not going to get you anywhere in life. You're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to do anything. This little plan you plan on taking out on Abigail because of your childhood, it might make you feel good for 10 minutes, but Abigail ain't had nothing to do with your childhood. Abigail ain't got nothing to do with your dad like to her more than she like your stepdad like to her more than he like to you. You might want to take that up like, y'all kill me with these old 19th centuries, old million years ago, old feuds that y'all come into town with, these grudges. Oh, I don't like Abigail because my stepdaddy liked to her more than he liked to me. So I feel like I need to come back in 2020 and get her for that and make her pay for that because she did that. Okay, Gwen, whatever helps you float your boat. Like I said, you got a whole lot of stuff going against you. Chad thinking them gears are turning. And Chad still stuck on the fact that they had Dr. Raw and he managed to escape a tightrope when he was tied up. So, yeah, keep right on playing these little games and watch you won't make it to whatever you playing. And like I said, you is on the clock and you don't realize that clock is ticking and not in the way you wanted to tick. So, you have fun with that and keep playing with that and have fun with that. Do I really want to talk about Claire? Do I really? Her running around here acting crazy because there wasn't no baby blue paper napkins like she wanted, and that was Sierra's favorite color. I ain't got time. Next, Clyde. Clyde. You really thought you had a chance of not getting shot by Kate? Did you really? They replayed that scene again, and you was hoping and praying, oh, how could she shoot me? You see, Kate wasn't playing no games with you, what? See what happens with a woman scorn and how that karma came back finally in her direction, and she had a chance to throw it at you, and she did with hot lead in the arm in the hospital, tied up to a bed. You see how that karma came back after all them years? How you treated that woman, even though Kate is nobody victim. See how that came back to bite you in the you know what? I hope that bullet make you realize that, yeah, whatever y'all had back when y'all was dating, how you treated her and all that, it does not reflect now. She hates you. And she had probable cause not to like you. And you think she ain't had no chance not to shoot you? She took full force and did her woman's right to shoot you. And she did. Don't nobody feel sorry for you, Clyde. Anybody that was around when y'all so-called called y'all self dating, that was a justified shoot. And you know that she ain't finna do no jail time for that. Yeah, she might end up losing her gun or whatever, but other than that, Kate ain't finna get no type of charges on her. And that was basically, a slap on the chin or a punch in the right direction for her. That was a slap on the cheek and she running with that. Ben if it get his stuff in a whole lot of work. We thought Clyde conversation helped, but apparently it didn't. And he's going out the bellman. Now, once you got Bellman, why would you take him to the what is it, the Horton, the graveyard, the Horton Town Square / the park? Why would you take him there? Why? Where he could easily throw something at you to scratch you and run. Why would you do that, Ben? Like you lost him with the whole taking him somewhere. You can hold him hostage in the room or something. I mean, out in the open where anything can happen, anybody can come walk by and see y'all, and you know it on the take 2 seconds with somebody that escaped in Salem. So I'm wondering, of all the places you could have took him, why there in the clear wide day open where anybody can see? You know what, Ben? You not thinking. I'm not finna go into your psyche. You have fun with that. You finna go down for that. Eli. Now, Eli, you did too much. I will say you did too much. While you was on that high horse, all up had your heads up there in the clouds, calling yourself telling Ben off in the crimes he committed. Let's not talk about your crimes and how your wife sat up there and let a whole, most wanted suspect go running around Salem scot-free. And then y'all had tapes that were recorded of y'all breaking the law, but you gonna have the audacity and the nerve to judge Ben after what you done and what line they put you into, and then turn them more tapes to get y'all in more trouble. But you had the audacity and the nerves to question Ben. But I understand why you did it. You know that was your high-minded moment. You the police, you the law, you the lawman. So I'm gonna give you that pass. However, what Brady said is absolutely true. While you sit up there enjoying your twins, enjoying your life scot-free, no worries in the world, you might want to think about Kristen and her time, even though Kristen, you shouldn't feel too much guilty over the Christian thing, who you should be sorry for, your crazy wife that helped that escape felon run all the way through Salem, and you helped her carry on, let her stay scot-free, didn't get captured. That what you should be worrying about, how you and your wife helped Kristen stay scot-free for all this time. Then Trash came back and caught y'all. And not only that, your wife turned in takes over y'all. So while you enjoying your kids, like Brady said, you gonna have a guilty conscience. And that's over your head now. Lonnie don't realize that you was part of the reason that Kristen got caught, because you recorded her illegally. Even though I don't know how that was admissible in court, but this is Slow Salem PD. We gonna let that one slide off. I guess you gonna get what, 3 to 5 years, I think they said. So whatever. But yeah, Eli, you gonna have to think about that one and stew on that when you scot free, you and your wife, and y'all also help Kristen, commit crimes. Y'all also cover up the stabbing and tried to cover that up. You also ran around here recording that woman illegally. So yeah, you got a whole lot of guilt on your head, and Brady, you can't blame him for everything. Like, ain't nobody tell Kristen to go stab Victor again. That was her and her crazy nonsense that she decided to go stab Victor. So we can't give her too much. We need to blame Kristen and the right people now. We just can't blame it all on Eli and Lonnie. We got to say Kristen the one that caused this, and they'll fit this. Lonnie covered up, Eli covered up. Eli got tired of covering up. He decided to turn her in, even if he did it with recording tapes or not. So we got to blame everybody. We just can't blame one. We got to blame everybody, because Kristen the one that started the snowball effect. So if we gonna blame somebody, we got to blame everybody. Just saying. There was something else I wanted to talk about. One more thing. Oh, that was it. Oh, Kate and Nicole bonding moment. Oh, that was so sweet. And Kate, while I'm proud of you, you shot the you know what out of Klein. Man, you this little whole old trip rape alley, and I want him to pay for that. I want justice for that. You might want to make sure you get the right person first before you go on this whole campaign of Allie. She's a victim and she deserves her rights, and the law should be on her side. This is a separate jurisdiction than the one y'all in now. So while you on Eli, not Eli, yeah, Eli, behind about this whole rape thing, you might want to take yourself to the UK and get on their neck, because it happened, the crime committed was in the UK, not in the States. So while you telling them to do what they need to be doing, you need to make sure Allie lying behind telling the truth. And is y'all really falling for this? Oh, I'm glad he's saved. Oh, I'm so proud. I was so worried and concerned about Henry. He was gone. He was kidding. Allie, you're doing too much. I'm going to let you have that. I'm gonna let you roll with that, but I don't believe it. Not for 1 second. Don't believe it. You might be concerned. You might have been worried. I'm gonna give you that, but everything else, it's a no for me. It's an absolute no for me. But anyways, though, y'all, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all night and happy Halloween to y'all. Bye.